Hey y'all, welcome to the first recap of Survivor Nicaragua. Alright, so the two new tribes are walking around the jungle, thinking that they're all in tribes and everything, and then they meet up with Jeff. And Jeff is like, yo, what's going on? First impressions, anyone? Well, there's a girl with one leg, there's freaking Jimmy Johnson over there, etc. Alright, so Jeff tells them that in the lagoon over yonder is a medallion of power, and whoever finds it gets it for their tribe. So go, anytime now, y'all. Alright, so Brenda ends up getting it. It was up in a tree, and she climbed up there like a monkey and grabbed it. So everybody's excited because, well, everybody who's thought they were on her tribe was excited, but guess what? What you thought was the tribes was not the tribes. Everybody 40 and over is going to be on one tribe, and they are called Espada. And everybody 30 and younger is on Flor. So Marty was like asking Jimmy Johnson, where do you put a buff? Wherever. You can make a cute skirt out of it, Marty. You should try it. All right, so there's a little Monty Hall trade in order here. You can trade your medallion for what's behind curtain number 1 or tree number 1. It's fire and a treasure chest full of fishing gear. So the youngsters decide to trade it, and the power goes to the oldies, but nobody really knows what it is for yet. So it could be like a blooper behind curtain number 3. Alright, so at Espada, Jimmy Johnson is all lamenting about, yeah, I'm a celebrity, and that's like not cool because no one will ever give me the money. And Wendy and Holly enter into an immediate alliance. They shake on it. Jane finds asks for someone's glasses, and she starts a fire in like 2 seconds. That was amazing. But at the LaFleur tribe, they're dealing with a dumb blonde that they've nicknamed Fabio, and that would be Judd. This guy's really stupid. He's as dumb as wood. He's almost as dumb as Lane on Big Brother 12. Alright, so there's also a little sub-alliance going on, the He-Man Woman Haters Club. It's Shannon and the guy with the short, dark, curly hair. I don't remember his name. If you do, please put it in the comments. They have to stay strong against the girls, because once you get married, that's it. The women take over your life. And why were they blocking out their bulges on their underwear? Were they that tight? Alright, so Kelly B feels comfortable now. She comes out to everyone. Yo, I've got one leg. I think people would have realized it sooner or later when you took your pants off. Okay, so at Espada, the next day, Jimmy is sick. Well, it started that night. He had a throw-up tummy, and it's really a lot tougher than he thought. He never would have imagined that it would have been this bad. So at LaFleur, Shannon, that's a guy, and Brenda are in a possible alliance, but he doesn't know which side he's going to go with. He's either going to go with the guy with the short, dark, curly hair and be in the He-Man Woman Haters Alliance, or he's going to be in a secret alliance with Brenda, the one who found the Medallion of Power. Alright, so they find a hidden immunity idol clue at the barrel. I guess they were going for some water. So that was Alina and Kelly B. And Alina's kind of pissed off because she wishes she hadn't found it with Kelly B, because now she's kind of in an alliance with her. And she doesn't want to be in an alliance with her because she doesn't want to end up going to the end with her, because she'll never win, because everybody will be, ooh, sympathy vote for the girl with one leg. That is so cheap. That is bothering me so much. Why do people have to focus on that so much? It sucks. Alright, so at Espada, they get their tree mail, and it tells them that the immunity challenge is coming up. But Jimmy unloads on everyone. Now, I know the jury is not going to give me $1 million, and God knows he doesn't need the money. But he can help his tribe get along further and make sure that it's one of his tribe that ends up in the finals. Alright, so it's time for the immunity challenge, and LaFleur came in singing and dancing. Okay, for lack of a better word, Katy Perry told me that was gay and you don't even like guys. It was really gay. I'm sorry. All right, so this is the challenge. There's one person at the top of a tower. They're pouring buckets of water down. People on their tribe are like trying to divert the water so that it goes into a barrel and fills it up, which will drop puzzle pieces because in every challenge of Survivor, there's got to be a puzzle. So once you solve the puzzle, you win. All right, so the medallion, surprise oldies, will give you an advantage. You can either use it or keep it. So if you use it, you get an advantage on the challenge, and next week it goes to the other tribe. But if you keep it, nobody benefits. So they decide to keep it. I don't know if that was a good strategy or not. Probably not. Since they lost, the other team was slightly ahead. And despite their good flow, which made me laugh my head off because I was thinking like all these old people and their prostate problems, they probably have trouble urinating. So for them to have a good flow was probably the first time ever. All right, so yeah, the Flor, it was kind of close. They got their puzzle done really quickly, but the one last piece that they had gave them a little trouble, but they still ended up winning in the end anyway. All right, so at Espada, Jimmy T, who is 48 years old, and I could not believe he's 48 years old because he definitely looks like he's 58. He was pissed. He wants Jimmy T off. I mean Jimmy J off. Jimmy Johnson. And Jimmy Johnson wants Wendy off. So those are the two people who are in contention this week for being voted off. They were standing around talking about it, but everybody was afraid to say who they wanted off. I mean, yeah, it's kind of hard, First week, you don't know who to trust yet, so I can see they're a little apprehensive. So at Tribal Council, Jeff asks, what's the first impressions? Well, Jane, the one who started the fire, was definitely a hillbilly. No getting around it. You can't hide that. All right, and Jimmy Johnson pulls out I'm going to be a target every week, and the jury's not going to give me the money. We know, we've heard it many, many times already, Jimmy. And Jimmy T, I'm sorry, why do they have to have so many duplicate names? Why don't they just change their names for the show? Jimmy T does not trust Jimmy Johnson. Well, Marty seems like the most reasonable person on the tribe. I think he's going to go pretty far, at least I hope, because I'm getting good vibe off of him right away. Holly, what the are you doing? She outed her alliance at Tribal Council. That's so cheap, because her alliance was with Wendy, and Wendy's probably going to get voted off. And Wendy's all like, nobody asked my age. What's going on? Nobody wanted to get to know me. And by the way, I'm 48. And yes, she does look good for 48. Certainly better than Jimmy T. So it's time to vote. No, wait. Jeff, sit back down because Wendy has to talk for half an hour now and plead her case. That was so weird. I've never ever seen that happen, ever. So, yeah, Wendy was voted off. Her husband was right. She was the first one voted off. It was inevitable. I mean, the minute she opened her mouth, I knew she was going to piss people off. All right, so little consolation prize, you get Flint. In other words, yay, you get a twofer. You get Flint and you get rid of Wendy. So next time, tensions are rising on both tribes. And a huge can of whoop ass is unleashed on the first question in the next tribal council. So, till next time, much love.